Nathan was the first one that I got to see, and I don't really know how to describe that. You know, it wasn't even recognizable as a baby. And Charlie was actually a little bit bigger than Nathan when he was born. He was 785 grams, I think. He was a pound 11 ounces.
I asked one of the doctors what to expect, and he said, I don't know what to tell you other than your boys are really sick.
The nurses would say that they were naughty. They were like some of the naughtiest babies that had ever passed through the NICU, just because of, unfortunately, for us and them, the complications that they would end up getting.
The nurses kicked us out of the NICU on July 3rd and said, you're here every day, you're here all the time.
And we never missed a day in the NICU.
And come back later, we'll call you, everything is fine. And unfortunately, they called us because everything was not fine. And that was the day that they found Charlie had a hole in his bowel, so he went into immediate surgery, which they do right in the NICU. From that point forward, he wouldn't tolerate anything. So that's where we got into this problem of him trying to gain weight.
And one of the doctors had suggested to us this product called Prolact Plus. And what we liked about it, it was 100% human milk-based fortifier. And what we liked about it is that it wasn't cow's milk. It was human breast milk. And so we thought if we're gonna, that maybe this would work, because we had tried everything else to this point, and he had really reacted, had a bad reaction to everything to this point. So we had high hopes, and
it worked.
Yeah, and it worked. So he gained weight pretty quickly, and
before that,
we believe a lot of it had to do with the fortifier.
Before that, we just had no idea when he was ever going to come home.
Well, it's funny, you just had a conversation the other day with one of the nurses there, and they had said they use it all the time now, right?
Charlie was the one who brought it to the NICU. And now it's part of protocol. They're using it all the time, and they're using it in situations similar to ours and across very dissimilar situations to ours, but it has become protocol there, and it's helping save babies, and that's what counts.
Well, both boys are doing great. I mean, really, just wonderful as far as their growth is concerned. We couldn't ask for them to be doing any better, really, right? Very, healthy. So, as far as their weight, their height and their weight and their growth, the last time we took them to the doctor, Charlie was well over, the 50th percentile as far as his height and his weight. Nathan was around the 30%. We're fine. For the longest time, we just wanted him on the chart.
I did not know what it was like to be a patient in a hospital and have to advocate for your care, and Lori taught me that. And I would recommend that any parent do that. And there's a couple ways to do that. One is you do it yourself. The other is you let the people there do it with you. So we became lifelong friends with some of the personnel there, especially the nurses. And if you want an advocate for your care in a hospital, become friends with a nurse.
Yeah.
They're the ones who know.
I mean, I think it's just, the more you know, the better off you are.